install the drums, shall we? First, we take in the 22-inch bass drum and point it in the right direction. Next, you take in the bass drum legs, unscrew the wing nut, and push the legs towards the spring of the bass drum and lock it into place. Next, for the tom holders, it is quite flexible in orientation. Put it in the position that you need it to be and push it down towards the bass drum. You can then point the arms towards the direction that you need it to. Next, you can simply unlock the memory lock to further push the holder towards the bass drum. Next, take up your 10-inch rack tom and put it onto the tom holder. Same goes for the 12-inch rack tom on the other side. Put it onto the position that you need, and then you can further push the arm towards the bass drum until you've hit your desired position. You can also lock the memory lock into place to secure it further. Next, for the 16-inch floor tom, you can simply put it on the floor and turn it around to put the floor tom legs onto the side of the drums. Do not worry about positioning, just put it, and we can then adjust the drums later on. Next is the 14-inch snare drum. Put it aside and assemble the snare stand first. Open up the stand legs and lock it into place to secure its position. Take on the snare arm, lock it into place, and open up the claw to clutch your snare drum onto it. Once you've put on your snare drum, you can simply lock the arm to secure the snare drum further. Now for the hi-hat stand, simply open it up and grasp the bottom rod to put both rods into its position. Now you can then open up the legs and secure the wing nut to lock it into place. Now take in your metal rod and screw it onto the hi-hat stand. Now take the hi-hat neck and insert it into the extension arm of the module holder, then slide it onto the hi-hat stand into place. Now you can then take the bottom plate of your hi-hat controller and the hi-hat cymbal, slide it down the hi-hat stand into place. Make sure to let the bottom of the hi-hat cymbal touching the controller and directly locking it into place. Now for the cymbal arms, there are two types, which is the straight arm and the boom stand. Simply assemble them. For the straight arm, it's quite straightforward, but for the boom stand, you can slide the metal rod out and turn it at the side and sliding it back to achieve that boom orientation. You can then take your cymbals. First, with the straight arm, slide the cymbal down, take the cymbal felt and lock the cymbal into place. For the right cymbal, same thing, slide the cymbal down, put on the cymbal felt and lock the cymbal into place. For the kick pedal, simply slide it onto the bass drum hook and lock it into place. Now you can then adjust the drum kit to your preferred setup. This is where you adjust everything to your liking before we start plugging in the module and the cables. Once everything is in place, you can then put on your modules by sliding down the arm extension and sliding the module down at the module holder. You can then take your snake cable and plug it onto the back of the module. Now you can then plug it onto your instrument, and remember to slide it down from the root of the snake cable and plugging it into the snare, hi-hat controller, hi-hat cymbal, crash cymbal, ride and the ride bell, tom 1, tom 2, tom 3, bass drum, and the 9 voltage adapter. Enjoy your new EAD78 drum kit.